I'm enjoying Tampa. You don't have any choice but to enjoy when you're, I don't know how far I am from home. I think, let's see, I'm a 9-hour drive and a 6-hour ride. I'm a 9-hour and a 6-hour ride from home. That's how I do, the metric on how far from home I am. And that's raw ride time. You know, this trip I have not had to stop like I usually have to stop. Pretty often when I'm in the cold. Every hour and a half I have to stop, and the further you go in the cold, the longer you have to stop to warm up. You know, the more time it takes to warm up, and after like 4 hours of ride time in cold weather, you're really not warming up, and you know that your following distances have to be much longer, and you have to understand that you're not 100%. But on this trip, with just an addition of a heated hoodie and a USB back heater, like for $15, Edward Pigeon, man, I love you, brother. I was able to handle like riding in the 40s, which at 90 miles an hour, 40 degrees is really cold. And I had a great ride. So I never have messed with heated gear for like 6 years. And I don't want to get like one of those big heated suits. I just want to do some strategic, you know, zone heating, and it really works. So this is my first Tampa trip that I'm not worried about getting home. Like, I can travel home. I'm happy, and it means I'm down here representing my work and introducing people to what I do in my workshop. I enjoy doing that so much because, you know, what I do is I serve skateboarders value in an area that it hasn't been neglected completely, but it hasn't been done in a lot of ways. It's been done in a factory way, and snowing in Ohio now, and I don't mind a bit. You know, I was just up in Ohio, and I was enjoying this winter. I think it was a mild winter up there. Had a couple of so I just had a road experience. I want to tell it to you. You know, when a person gets on a motorcycle and travels really far, it strips off a lot of the normal mentality. And I just had a cool moment of decision today on a old dirty lowdown freedom. I was skating the Bro Bowl with all my friends. You saw me, I did the picture, and I had the most interesting thing, because coming from winter to summer, being older, you know, I knew I had to go number 2. This is a fun story. I hope you enjoy it. I knew I had to go number 2, right? So I was like, oh, you know, I got rumbly in my tumbly, you know, and I'm like, all right. So, and I got my board on my bike, you know, and it's just bungeed on there. I could put a lock around it. Actually, I have a lock that would go around it, but I stayed for the group picture, and I was chill. And but I was like, whoa, you know, and it comes in waves that when you're older, you know, you got to go poop. Oh, I do poop. I was like, all right, well, I need to get out of here soon. And I got to this cafe here. I'm at Cafe Hay down on K and something street here in Tampa, just shy of downtown. So I was like, okay, well, I gotta poop, no big deal, you know. And I was like, oh, it is kind of a big deal. I'm gonna have to go. So I went. Like, I got here to the cafe. It was a 2-mile ride, no big deal. And I'm getting off my bike, and I'm like, you know what, dude? I gotta leave my skateboard on here, and I gotta get in there ASAP, like as absolutely soon as possible. And I made this value judgment, and I thought about it while I was sitting there. I was like, would you leave your board vulnerable on your bike in downtown Tampa and suffer the theft? Now, I brought 2 more decks with me, but suffer the theft of your wheels, bearings, hardware, and trucks, or shit your pants? That was the question of the age. And I was like in there, and I'm like, hashtag no regrets. Absolutely. to avoid shitting my pants on a road trip, I would happily give up my skateboard deck and just hook up. I brought the other 2 decks with me, so I was going to switch decks in Bradenton anyway and go and finagle myself into a new setup down at Floyd's shop. And I was like, no regrets, none at all, none. And in that moment, something crystallized within me, you know, again, another moment of clarity, that snapshot that life is filled with trade-offs. And there's a maturing that we all hit. Some of us say no to the maturity, but there's and I have not arrived by any means, but there's a maturity in going, you know, life's full of trade-offs. And, you know, I am not the guy who's gonna take his board off. I honestly, this is the first time in my life, going on 46, the first time in my life that I almost didn't make it to the bathroom on time number 2. First time ever that I was truly in dire straits. And it was down to the second. And I was stoked that I left that board on the bike and went straight in. I bought my coffee first, and I went in, and I handled business like a CHAMP champ. But I'm gonna look into being more careful. I think it was the hot weather that just made my body void. And you guys know I had a digestive distress the night before I left. I had eaten jalapeno peppers, 7 large jalapeno peppers stuffed with cream cheese and wrapped with bacon. That was a super winner of a recipe. You know, and if I didn't have anything to do the next day, I'd do it again, except you lose sleep on that one. Maybe I can condition myself, but I've really enjoyed sharing this with you guys. I hope you enjoy watching it. And I'm going to do a little bit of chain lube on my bike, and I am going to attempt for a 3rd time to true my rear wheel. I have a sewing kit with me that has a little measuring tape in it that will do a better job than the string I've been using. And I may get down there and measure it out and find out that I've got it just right. But I had it wrong the first, and I went about 80 miles and did some mild cupping on my back tire. That's how you can tell you've messed up your alignment. And these tires are, I know, right? It was a judgment. But I make boards, and I have the wherewithal to buy a new. You know what? You have to be honest. On the other side of the psychology of getting my board stolen is my brand gets out there on the board that got stolen. That's a win. And then also, I get to go shopping for new trucks, Indy trucks, wheels. Maybe I'd try Ace again. And Indy trucks and a set of wheels. I might go Powerflex. If the Powerflex has the new, I tried the gumballs and I liked them, but they stick a bit and I like to slide. The new Powerflex wheels, the Rock Candy, I'm very interested in that wheel. So, yeah, there's a lot of psychology. There are layers to it. It's like an ogre. It's got layers. But anyway, I'll work on my bike a little more and see how true I got it. And if I don't have it true enough, oh, you know what? That Chad Crawford Punk Point with the 14.75 wheelbase and the popsicle tail and the 9-inch Punk Point front. Chad has been requesting that board for years, and Chad Crawford is hands down. I know Chad. I have spent time with Chad. I have seen Chad hit the absolute wall. I've seen Chad cry like a baby in pain more than one time. And I just feel like Chad is a true representation of what we're about. My brand is never going to be about we're better at skateboarding than you are, therefore buy this product. My brand will never be about hype beasting. It's always going to be about something else, maybe something that's a little difficult to say. Some people use the word fun, fun without conquest. More kinds of skateboarders, more of every kind, and the word kind is in there twice, in the meaning of the word type. But I also think kindness is a huge deal. And shout out to Be More Street Sleds, who is making super good boards, and he's made some boards with the word kind on them before. And Be More Street Sleds is just killing it making boards. Dave Tomaszewski, love you, buddy. And anyway, yeah, I have a lot more things to say, but I want to jump off here and keep the videos short so they upload more smoothly. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for being part of my road trip. And also, I got to tell you, some of the best friendships I have are when I needed help and people helped me. And I want to say thank you to all the people who have made my life so much better. I am learning something from all you guys, and I really appreciate you. You know, I also learn and grow from people who are wicked mean to me. There are fewer and fewer people being wicked mean to me, but if you're a person who's really hates me and thinks I'm a bad guy, I want to tell you today, I love you, buddy, and I'm sorry that we're jammed up, and I hope we can get unjammed soon. And I'm gonna sign off now. I hope you guys enjoy it. Check me out. I post all these to YouTube, and you can just play through them. And if you like them, some people are telling me they like them, so I'm gonna keep doing them. I do it because it's good for my heart. I do it also because I want you to know what I do, and I want people to buy my workshop made boards 100%. I'm in business to serve skateboarders, something I think is authentic, if not unique. And I got love for the block. As always, hi Mom, I love you.